What's the Satori?
What's the story?
Bit overdue. We're trying to do it more regularly, but it's been busy.
Trying to.
Busy.
Hence the outfit attire. So just couldn't. I was too busy today to even grab the black tracksuit. So
I look alright. I hope.
debatable.
Busy January. Yeah, it's great. It's great to see so many people in January. People
And moving well as well. Not just in to be in, but moving and doing right training, not just hanging around because it's January.
Yeah, getting it in. What we was going to say about it is try to it can be easy to forget about the New Year's resolutions once you're a couple of weeks in. So you can set yourself some deadlines, do a 6-week block, then 1 week kind of lighter training, then again, periodise the training a little bit can help give you some shorter term goals rather than the whole year is going to be good. Be like, take it in blocks. And
the stuff you want to do that might take from your training, just wait till week 6, go do it. It'll probably help your training then going back into the block.
Yeah. Not so bad. We had a fucking bunch of new stuff coming soon. We already announced it, but the gymnastics, it's going to be huge. Like a lot of people were asking about it.
Starting next Sunday.
Yeah, starting next Sunday. I couldn't believe how there's no real gymnastics in Blanche, bar up in the aquatic centre, who have a monopoly on it, of course. But other than that, like there doesn't seem to be much. So it's like with the response we got on it, it's gonna blow up fast. Like so,
it has blown up fast.
Yeah.
There's only a few places left in both the classes. 5 to 10 years old, 24 places max, and 10 to 15 years old, 24 places max. So there's only room for 48 kids. So when you look at the size of the club we have, how many brothers and sisters there is, the amount of lads and girls that are coming up and their little sisters are standing there watching the class and the parents are saying, is there anything for them? They're all filling in on it. So don't wait till the morning. If you want a space on the gymnastics, get in now, because it's waiting this job. There won't be any split of classes. It's Gymnastics Ireland are coming in to teach it. The coaches are ready to go. So just don't. If you wait late,
you're late. In the same area, like in terms of it filling up, it's after happening again. It only ever happened before in September when people come back from school, but this January, a number of the kids groups are full. The kids groups anywhere between 8 and 13 years of age, is it?
Full.
Is full for boxing and jiu-jitsu. So
well, if we hadn't had such good coaches, they would have been full 6 months ago. It's the coaches can keep the classes at the size.
Yeah.
But it's completely maxed out at the moment. 8 to 13 years old, we're full. Boxing, 5 to 10 years old, full. 10 to 15, full. 15 to 17, full. The only
boxing's just full.
Boxing's just full.
Geez,
yeah.
I better stop telling people to come down. So
no, boxing's just full, yeah. Waiting list jobs. So we have the junior Muay Thai next Thursday, 6 o'clock, and we have junior MMA.
I'm going to do that Friday at 6.
Friday at 6.
Yeah,
MMA
wait
Friday
just
at 6.
before the adults MMA class.
Yeah.
So that's where
the last 2 programs we're putting on. This has been in the gym's plans.
Yeah.
It'll soon become a members only club, hopefully.
Well, it kind of is.
Yeah, well, they can only be referred by members.
Oh, referred by members. Oh, busy. But yeah, so that's what's upcoming. Kids gymnastics, kids Muay Thai, kids MMA, and a number of the other programs are just full, which is great to see.
And it's not just kids. Like the MMA program, like the Thursday night MMA tonight, Striking for MMA, it's full. Only that it's adults. Like when we were sparring last Thursday night, man, it was like fighting in a nightclub. It was back to what you wanted to be. Next thing you're getting hit, you're falling into a lad. You're pushing him, you're getting hit from the other side. It was pure energy. I started cracking up the music then, and then shall we see what way it went. But it was savage. It was savage. It really was savage. So if you want to come down tonight at Thursday night tonight at 7, probably your last night that you because we have 5 or 6 lads coming down tonight.
Yeah.
So it's probably your last night to come down, or else they're full.
Yeah.
That's what Stevie's saying. We're not putting on more classes. Like, man, we can't put on more classes. It's I don't even know the word anymore. Just can't put on any more classes.
It's unclassable.
It's unclassable. It's unclassable, bro.
Other developments. We've had it busy. It was kind of then on the last one, but more so since. We've got 3 main AMI guys fighting now in the MMA, and all of them are matched up for fights upcoming. We got Kyle at the 29th of February on Clanmore is fighting for the title. We've got Jamie continuing his winning ways, all going well. He's 5-1 now, I think it is. He's had a great 12 months. As predicted. Remember when we were talking about it before it started, we were like, you'll look back on this in a year and you'll be like,
holy shit.
Yeah.
And he's had a better start to the year than I've seen him. You know, he's training hard. He's coming in last night. He came in, there's bruises everywhere on him, and he's like that. It's like, who's this lad? So he's flat out lifting the 25 kilo dumbbells down there like no one's business. Just, yeah, fair play to you, Jamie.
And we have Jordo in there as well, who's 3-0. He's fighting a good opponent from up in Taurus.
Very busy year last year. Got a little bit of a break in now. Coming back to get straight into camp. So we're waiting for you, Jordo.
Tickets, mainly get onto the guys. Like the ticket sales are important. If you can get the tickets off the fighters, helps with the promoters. Promoters won't have you on the shows if you're not selling tickets. That's the business model. Their business model is they have to sell tickets to run the show.
We thought it's knockouts that sell.
But anyway, so if you're going to the shows, it's great. Dammy shows are great. Like, get the tickets off the fighters, support the guys. It's going to be good. And who's next? You know, we have a bunch of people in January. Last January it was Jordo was in. He's already 3-0, building up his AMI record.
We have our novice league. Who wants it? We have our novice league on the 2nd of February. So not this Sunday. Oh my God, is it next Sunday?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Next Sunday, novice MMA. We had to send out letters to a few countries to get the lads in. There's lads coming from Irish, from England again.
A scam, though.
Yeah, well, like I didn't know till you said it was a scam. So just let me run away with it, right? And it's the regs are more than, we haven't even started to advertise that event till after this one. Regs are more than they were ever at that stage. It's going to be a great event. And if you want to fight novice MMA and get the experience without getting broke up, you know where to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Next, well, thankfully they turned that off. The joys at least in the building. What else do we have on? The wrestling. We had Ignis in and out last few weeks. He was on holidays and stuff. He had already had that pre-booked, but starting now, pretty much, he's going to be in all the time, Wednesdays and Fridays. And
so that was the deal that we worked. We're lucky enough to work out. And he's like, lads, look, January, I'm flat out. He's like, the prices of flights around Christmas are too much. I have to see my family. I have to see my coach. I have to see everything else. So he's gone back. He came and done his tester week, which was savage.
Yeah.
He's gone back to get to work a little bit with the programs off his coach, and he's coming back on the 28th of this month. Start of February, all go.
Yeah.
He's such a good lad to have around the club.
Absolutely. And we've been looking around a lot at wrestling around and stuff, and it's such a great sport, an Olympic sport, and there's so few opportunities to train it, and it's such an essential, well, it's a great sport in and of its own right regardless, but also we're lucky to have the children's program as well for developing mental strength, physical strength, all of it for children, and then also for MMA. It's an essential skill set, which we're lucky to have. We're lucky to have a good coach coaching it. And get in on it.
we're getting at better coaches, because like I thought, well, I don't really think that at all, but you think you know a lot in coaching, and then you go into a different atmosphere to coach, and like we have our coaching locked down in Satori the way it is. We have our missions, we have our club status, we have our club ethos, so there's not a one-way argument. It's not an argument. It's like, that's what the club rules are. Then you go down to the schools, and it seems like it's push pull. The kids are responding really, really good in the schools that we're in now. But it has to be a point where it's like, lads, this isn't an argument. You know, you're gonna. Here's the class. It's gonna benefit you, and if you don't want to do it, don't. That's no problem at all. But there shouldn't be a place for, I want to run for a minute, and I know kids and teens are like that, but I think a little bit of it needs to be stamped out. And of course you can't stamp it out so easily. But geez Louise, like, you're down there just like arguing over wording instead of just getting the job done.
Just trying to distract from actually doing the work. But
I suppose
you were saying some of them, they just literally didn't want to get the new tracksuit dirty after Christmas.
Yeah, well, that's it. We started first week back, and then I came into the teens class, and next thing you just smell aftershave everywhere, and it's all those Canadian goose. I can't even say the word. Those goose jackets. Someone said they're 900 quid. No, Canada Goose or something. Yeah. Gucci's gone. And Hugo Boss tracksuits, and the boys just like, I'm not doing press ups. Like, just not doing them. Like, that's it. It's like, all right. And so no, deadly. But if you feel comfortable in your coaching, go coach somewhere else. It'll make you a better coach. That's what I'm trying to say.
They won't even do the press ups age.
They're the
lads that'll have to get the fucking pec implants when they're older.
They're the ones you're probably heading on the tan injections and the teeth whiteners. And it's mad because the females are so much more fitter than the males across the board. Stronger core development, better press ups, more explosiveness. They may be done dancing or Irish dancing, they're coordinated. Whereas the lads are just Anyway, it's
There
gone
you go.
really good. And loads of lads have came down and joined in with the club, and they're getting on great. We
that's
also,
great to see.
they're doing their mocks, so we also said, lads, look, you don't have to pay, you don't have to join. If any of you just want to come down and let off a bit of steam when the mocks are on, you can come down to the club. Just say you're from Hartstown or from the school that's other Town or the schools that we're working with, and you can train for free. So you can just come in and hit the bag for an hour if you want to go home, the punch bag. And you can come in and so a couple of the lads hopefully they come down, let off a bit of steam over the mocks, and then they go home. And lads, this is another thing, if you're out there and you're listening and you have exams coming up, do not stop training to do your exams. This is the worst bullshit I've ever heard.
Number
one bullshit. Send location. No, but seriously, like, if lads coming in being like, I'm going to take off the next 6 months there and I'm going to study. Ask yourself, have you studied up till now at this point in your life? If you've done a little bit, grand. If not, it's not going to change all in the next 6 months. You fall out of routine because you're not training. It gives you less energy because you're not moving, and you end up just becoming shit at everything. Your study goes down, your training goes down. I've never seen a case where lads have came out of the gym for 3, 4, 5, 6 months and got 600 points and came back into jiu-jitsu. They stop training, they get less than they were going to get, and you see them in a year and they've had a bit of a belly on them. That's the reality of it. So if your kid is saying, Mom, I want a break from my sport,
Usually it's the other way around, it's the parents.
it's the parents. If your like, it's not the way it works. Send them to a club. They should be training more in exam time.
Yeah, because it's a chance. It's only a few hours a week. It's a chance to let off that steam. A chance to get rid of some of the pressure that you're under, some of the stressors.
This memory test that you're being put through, like you come down, like it's a memory test, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't work for some kids, it works for some other kids. Come down, train, just let it all go. You go in tomorrow with a fresh slate.
Yeah, and because it helps, physical intelligence helps with mental intelligence, cognitive development. It just does. Jiu-jitsu is such a thinking sport, and so are many sports, of course, as well. You use your brain doing them just in a different way. It's training your brain. There's so many benefits to it, but then also by quitting, usually the person doesn't do the study. They just don't.
They just become a quitter in life.
Yeah, that was the other thing as well. But they just don't do the training. They just go on social media, and then that just has. Obviously, there's good sides to the internet, but that can have major bad sides as well. Then, secondly, when you're allowed to quit something that Paul informed me about is a trait in life. If you quit something when you're younger, allowed to quit something or encouraged to quit something, you'll quit other things in life later on, including your own life. So
that's
don't
what
do it.
It's kind of is sad, but that's what we looked at some studies and it was, if you are used to quitting or allowed to quit, like that's what like. When I was doing sports when I was young, I just wasn't allowed to quit.
Yeah.
That was it. And like, not even that my dad had paid for it. Like, you weren't going, you got kicked up the hole, and that was it. And I know the times are changed, and maybe it didn't do me as much good as it should, or this, that, and the other, but like...
Actually, you'd be lost without the martial arts.
Do not quit. Yeah, maybe I would be lost without martial arts.
Definitely me
I'll tell
as
you
well,
some of the
like-
stories that I heard there yesterday. I can't say them on this, but they'll fucking shock you. With some of the boys that we were in school with, some of the best boxers around here, some of the best athletes around here, and where they're at now. I'm hitting 30 this year, I'll be 30 this year. The last 10 years has flown by, but you see the lads that are hitting 30 this year and you say, Jesus Christ, that was a lifetime ago. All it takes is to quit, and next thing, social media, out the other way. Stay on it.
Bad stuff. Anyway, on a positive note, McGregor got the win. Fucking done it, man.
Yeah. Well, look, he was always going to do it. That's why I was saying Cerrone brought the granny the kids. You know, he's bringing the granny in. Back in a minute there, Dane. 1 minute, get the bottles. Like, I see John just had a kid, and I see him going around with one kid. I'd batter him if I needed to now. Never mind if he has the granny with us as well. Head elsewhere, in my opinion.
Ah, well. I hope he got paid well for it anyway.
Well, he's out for 180 days, isn't he? So he has a...
Oh, jeez, must have got hit by a
Do that in months there, quick.
freight
Will you?
train.
180 days. 6 months. Give or take. He's out for 6 months. Everyone's like, he took a dive, this and the other. 40 seconds of a hiding is what he took, and he's out for 6 months.
You get pushed around by McGregor, see how long you're out for. You'd be
was
locked in
after
the
the
room.
I'd say
You'd
the
be afraid to
heavy
come
ones.
out your door. You'd be
Out the windows.
fucking
Probably giving it
wild.
loads on the keyboard. It was, I think, after the knee, he hit him some left-hander just behind the ear. I'd say that was the one that done him.
The mastoid.
Caught him in the mastoid.
Accurate. But yeah, it's great to see because obviously he fell off a bit, but when he was on the up, it was unbelievable, and it was almost like the whole country was on the up at the same time. And now kind of feels out a little bit, but
And everyone's back arguing about politics. Like we need Conor just to stay good, the positive thing. hopefully we'll get a bit better.
So hopefully we're on for another good one now. I don't see it going any other way. Like with McGregor winning, like it's going to be great for martial arts in Ireland. Like absolutely great, and hopefully for the whole country as a whole.
Yeah. Yes.
A few other bits, and then we had the grading on Monday. So 3 nights ago.
That was deadly.
Yeah.
That was the best night in this gym in the last year for me. Because, in my opinion, because I missed that side of it sometimes because my head would be so with the kids.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ was it good, I thought. Like, I really had a good feeling about that. The amount of messages I got, like, energy in the gym tonight, unreal. It's just a group of lads together.
Yeah, just all the boys. If
really
you weren't
nice.
there, you missed out, pretty much. If you were there, there was 9 new blue belts and 4 purples, and more and more colour coming through the gym, and it's only going to pick up. Like we're always trying to improve. Like I know a lot of it's behind the scenes, people might not be aware of, but I'm sure people can see me running around with my fucking piece of paper all the time, like taking notes, evaluating, adjusting things. We're getting it better and better and better, and it's only going to get more and more and more successful. So we're seeing little glimpses of that at the moment, but it's only going to be more and more. So thanks to everyone that was a part of it, because that grading's based upon, like, you know, however long the people trained beforehand. So for anyone,
some of them have been there 5 years,
yeah, and that's another thing. We're looking back at pictures when it was just small groups in the gym. So we're looking at it as a small group. That's our whole gym. And then we're like comparing to now, and like, but then the other thing you notice is it's the same people that were in that first photo are still in it. So we're obviously doing something right, that we're keeping the same people. You know, we're not just down here trying to power bomb people onto their neck and end them in A&E and they never come back. You know, we're just doing it.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you know who we are, bye. We're just doing it smart as possible. Thanks for being part of it.
And then I think in time as well, what comes is, and this is what we have more, and I'd never thought we'd have this, but just with time, just a bit more time, the amount of kids, parents that are training jiu-jitsu now is mad. So all our competition team and stuff, and their dads would be coming out and they'd be in the black Satori. They just more or less subconsciously decided that their kid is going to be doing this sport for life. They like the sport because they're watching the training. I want to relate to my kid. It's deadly. How many times are they, like, the kids are training and they're hanging around the gym till 8 o'clock, their dads are finishing, and then they're going home. It's cool. It's cool. It is cool.
Definitely. Other things done, like fair play to Pat lining up the first aid course. It was a fucking
attempts. It was a success though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a success. It was really good, actually. I learned a lot from it. Even just simple stuff like with fucking checking a baby, like if they're having any difficulties and all, like that's really, really important stuff. But like, I
went back to the classroom days a little bit, didn't I? Just lost. Once the doors close and I'm sitting in the seat, I just lose me plot. I do. That's what
well, you did well enough. I was the one shouting out more, like, remember he was trying to do a few things. I was like, nah, not going to work.
Not going to work.
Not going to work. He fish hooked me.
Yeah.
It's
He
going
was
to
a
work
great
now.
coach.
I'm not joking. He actually did fish hook me.
What's
there
the
at one
name
stage.
of the company?
You'll see us. We're up on the Facebook anyway. We'll have a picture with him and linked up. But
I'd
if
highly
you're getting
recommend it.
Yeah, highly
recommend
recommend.
it.
We're going to do the next stage on and whatnot as well, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. And then we're going to do it this year, get a DFAB for the gym as well. So, really good. Recommended to us by Joshua Coughlin, who's in the army and medical in the army. The guy that came out has done a long time on the Irish front lines.
Decades of experience. Like.
And has trained martial arts, trains jiu-jitsu. His son trains in SBG and was over at the elite. So he just knows the sus.
Yeah.
So recommend them.
Deadly. It really was. And just the amount of coaches, like just in one weekend, we just upgraded our coaching staff. Absolutely, like they went from like so many of them. Well, many of them have done areas of that through because they would have been in college doing sports degrees, but a number might not have or might not have known. Or me, I've done like the first aid stuff, but it was a long time ago. So just to take that big step forward in such a crucial area
and be certified for 2 years.
Yeah, it's important stuff. Like
so now we have about 13 coaches on the floor with first aid. We have our go-tos, so we just have a bit more structure.
It sounds like a no-brainer though. If you went down from many sports, it'd be like, oh, of course I have first aid. Nearly no one has first aid in the martial arts.
One lad will do it if he's in the club sometimes, that's enough, you know.
Nearly no one has the first aid, nearly no one has coaching qualifications. It's just how it is.
It was the first weekend of January we got it done, wasn't it?
Yep.
And thanks to all the coaches for jumping in on it and getting it done, and it shows what the club's about, you know. And then we're certified first aid for 2 years, so the next course will be January 22.
Yeah. And
Book
like we were
now.
saying, we'll aim to get up on the.
Yeah, well, we have our tree.
Well, that's the
going
thing.
to
It
the
is
next
2
level.
years to the next one, though. like anyone who was thinking about it and didn't get in it seems to be a recurring thing. People see stuff and they think about doing it. They're like, oh, think about it. And then it's done. They're like, oh, I'll get in the next one. It's 2 years later.
The amount of messages we got, can I book my kid in for the children's first aid course this Saturday? And is it every Saturday? I was like, oh.
What else was there? Timeliness, a few of the what he is doing sort of things. Oh, there he goes. Timeliness. I've seen in the MMA class, there's one or two kind of outliers that really take the bicky, but you'll know who you are, and other people kind of follow suit. But you show up, the class is an hour long. Sometimes we do an hour and 10 minutes. You show up 15 minutes late for the class, then you wrap your hand for 7 minutes. I timed you. 7 minutes, and that's only one of them, and you'll go off and do the pads, and then during the middle class you do the other one. You're missing a third of the class.
Put that over a year.
Put it over years, right? So even, I know it can be busy, but just try to get down that little bit earlier and get it done, even if it's just jiu-jitsu and you're on the mat. If you end up being 2 minutes early for a class, God forbid, you can practice or recap on some of the stuff you done the previous week. Remember when we used to spar out with kickboxing with Roy Baker? It was like, yeah, this is the amount of time allocated to sparring. Get your gear on. That comes out of it. So the quicker you got your gear on, the quicker you got to spar. The rounds was 2 or 3 minutes usually.
2, I think.
Yeah, we'd usually get one round in more than everyone else because we got the gear on so fast.
And then we missed the last round.
Yeah, there was a choice that you could do that if we done the last round.
It was usually King of the Hill, wasn't it?
Yeah. If we done the last like 5-7 minutes of it, we'd missed the train. I forget what time it was. It was like 10:05 or something train, and the next one was like 11:40 on the minute line. So that was it. We were doing the last round of sparring. We were down there waiting at the train station. You fucking annoying the head off me, like. After
remember the time I took out,
you know, because you're sweating, there's no showers, so you're soaked with sweat. Do you
remember the time I had the half cigarette button? I just pulled it out and started smoking it. Do you remember that? And you were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know, just waiting for the train. I don't know. I was only 15 or 16. I think Dad put a smoke out or something. I just took it with me. I don't know. I had that in me while we're waiting on the train. I'm gonna have a half smoke tonight. I can remember that happening. You just looking at me, being like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah, well, that was my way of looking at things. So burn time, have a cigarette here.
But yeah, so many things are important, like the quality of training, how much training you do, but just making the most of the
facility.
time.
I know we go on about the facility a lot, but even to have this facility on your doorstep. I know some kickboxers up and down the country, like Austin Rattigan's partner now, and they own the gym down there. Yeah. What's the name of the gym? It's right there, the green. Too many shit going on today.
The green.
But his partner and she was telling me for her sparring, she has to drive to Galway. Yeah. So like she was like, I get to spar twice a week, I have to drive to Galway.
Yeah. Judo Max, he's back training now. He does 4 nights a week, one of which he has to drive to Belfast for. And it's at like 7 p.m. So you're going traffic at 5, half 4, 5, through the traffic to get up there.
But we have lads that if it's more than a 15-minute walk, it's a problem. Yeah. Like you have to take the opportunities that are there, and it's in that book Outliers as well. And you can look at it like if you have to get somewhere. So if me and John are going to go training in Maynooth and we have to go through the traffic, and it's not even that far, we were going a lot further, but say if we are going to Cork, it's a 2.5 hour drive down, 2.5 hour drive back every day. It's 25 hours a week. You put that across the month, it's 100 hours a month. Put that across the year, it's 1,200 hours in the year. So if Johnny across the road...
Jesus, I thought you were dyslexic, man. How'd you manage that?
I'm all right with the numbers. Quick, man. Yeah, but it's the small number, and it's if it's a deal, I'm all right. If it's on paper, I'm done.
They catch you up there. It's like, you're going to get it wrong. You're going to get it wrong.
Never get it wrong. So
that's a lot of time.
After a year, John has done. I'm a better fighter, but John has done 1,200 hours more training, and I've been in the car. So you put that across 3 years. Next thing, John's beating me, and I have a bad back from the car. So if the facility's on your doorstep, can you use it?
Yeah, absolutely. That Outliers book for sure.
Yeah, read Outliers book. It's a good one.
We had that in mind when we were trying to make Blanchardstown like one of the leading areas in the country for jiu-jitsu. Like the amount of competitions in Blanchardstown now is
ridiculous. They're all here.
Yeah, it's nearly everything's in Blanchardstown. Or
the amount of clubs.
Stuff. Yeah, the amount of clubs, all of it. Like we've been trying to make it like that, like for 6 odd years. Doing all right. Yeah. One other than the time is hydration, guys. I had someone there 2 weeks ago on the Thursday.
Does cups of tea count?
Well, caffeine would be a diuretic, would it? So, well, probably better than nothing maybe.
I just keep drinking all my water at night at the moment. Keep pissing all night.
Well, there was one character, on Thursday, he seized up on the mat screaming. I said, oh no, an injury. Running over, first aid pack, like the fucking Baywatch thing around the back. And he's
John,
like,
first aid cert out in front of him, Baywatch yoke, I've jumped the counter and all, no need for any of it. Over the cage, out the other side of the cage and onto the mats.
all joking aside though, that first aid course has made me more confident because someone went out in a choke there the other night and I was straight in, had him, on the chest rub and the feet up and all.
Have you seen when the wrestling coaches do the slide, boys? The highlights, that's what we're like now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, your man's seized up on the ground screaming for help. Cramp pulled the calf back. He's all right a few minutes later. So I was like thinking about it. I was like, oh, did you have your water today? And he go, yeah. And I was like, how much? 1 litre. And I go, 1 litre, man. That's two would be good if you weren't training. And this guy is soaked with sweat. Get to the bones of it a little bit. He came in, done the weights from 6 to 7, done jiu-jitsu 7 to 8, done the jiu-jitsu comp class 8 to half 9. So he's with 1 litre of water in. So I was saying to him,
you weren't down the hospital, man.
Yeah,
I might as well just go out to the desert there and park up for the evening.
So I'm saying to him, 1, get your water in, bananas, potassium with some salts, just pre-hydrate. Next Thursday, the corner of the room screaming. Who is it? Same chap. I go over, same thing, and I just turned that up. Same thing, cramp. How much water do you have today? Oh, almost a litre.
Almost a litre.
Down the other night then, he didn't fucking go as bad, but he's still not there. So just take care of yourself. Pre-hydrate, hydrate, nutrition, rest, minimising stressors, all of it comes together to improving better and having less injuries.
And it's
Because
simple.
injuries really fuck things up, unfortunately.
Like if your pee is clear, that doesn't even mean that you're hydrated. It needs to be clear for weeks, like so.
Well, imagine when your piss be looking like a 1 litre of water a day and doing that training. Be coming out black, man. Be like a pint of Guinness. You know who you are. And everyone else does as well, so you scream.
And lads, don't be saying anything about it, because we took the fridge out when we went green, we took the fridge out, we took all the plastic out, we got use all gym bottles and got filters on the taps.
Yeah.
You don't even have to buy water, you just come here and take your water.
Yeah.
And you still won't drink it.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty
And
much
I
it.
need to drink more. That's pretty much it. I told you I was coming hard. The events this weekend.
Yeah, well, that's upcoming. That's upcoming. Anything else happened over the last few weeks?
Just being so flat in a lot of areas, but yeah, the concentrations have been on the schools. We're working on a lot of stuff with the Dublin City Council at the moment. There's a lad coming tomorrow from Dublin City Council to talk about youth programmes in the area. Then events, it's the biggest kids ever to start of the year. It's the biggest kids tournament ever that we've had. The grassroots has gone ballistic as well. Could potentially be up to 300, 350 people through the door here Sunday competing. Get on it, don't wait behind. It's the year 3 of the leagues now. Year 1 we were kind of laughed at. Year 2 was right, we're stalling. And now year 3 it's like, can we please do it. Lads, do the leagues. We're better working together as a country. Set up your own league, we'll come do it. And it's not that easy.
The standard is going up the whole time. You see the kids getting better. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like every event on event at one stage, I was like, "What is happening?"
It was just
The
loud. It was like
standard
a ladder.
standard. And so if you're not part of it, you're missing out on that progression, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then that's been a good springboard then for the kids to go international as well, of course.
But that's what they're already saying. Are we going here? It's like, lads, sometimes you don't need to go. Like, that's another thing about the mindset. It's like, right, well, if I go here and do that, I've done hard work. Wrong mindset. You can just go anywhere and do that work, and it might be worth more than going across to do. So, like, for example, go and doing opens in different countries. Have a look at your own open first. Have a look at your dates. Have a look at your brackets. See what the crack is. Right. Make a decision that, is this just going to be a big shiny medal, or is this going to benefit us in the long run?
Yeah, you're just buying the flight for like one match sometimes, or not
You're
even
causing
just
damage.
so you can have the medal, and then you
Base it all
believe
around this
you're a
medal.
world champion, and then you can't go down to the league and win a match. It's going to cause you to stop training.
Yeah, essentially.
Grading was good. More grading's coming up.
Spider Guard. I've grading February 3rd, advanced kids Spider Guard and teenager Spider Guard. So yeah, looking forward to that one.
And the adults will be every 6 months thereabouts. We'll be doing stripes and stuff in between that, and then we'll do 2 main ones, one in the summer, one in winter. So
And then
do
next-
work.
do the work, and then next Thursday I'm hopefully getting your man down, a friend of ours down, to wrap the hands in class. So we get the professional hands wrap that toy next Thursday. Yeah, it's 20, and then you cut, because my hands are just sore, and then you cut the wraps off, and you can wear them for about 6 weeks. So anytime you're putting them on, you stick them back on, a bit of tape. So if you want them done, and then I'm hoping that my old coach is coming down Thursday as well to pad the 3 lads that are fighting. So this day week we should have a bit of a buzz going around the toy class, get the hands wrapped, get the lads who are fighting ripping the pads, and just a bit of crack.
Deadly. Training, getting towards the end of January, stay on top of the training. This is the time where it starts fizzling out a little bit. A lot of people would have set goals at the start of January that were maybe a bit unrealistic. Maybe you're planning on training X amount of sessions. If you need to just knock one off but actually get it done, do that. See you on the mats.
See you on the mats.
Usa.
Usa.